Hi Flosstube, I'm Amy. I love toads and cross stitch. Today is January the 26th, 2023, and I'm going to do a little update. There may be barking. We have a new puppy in the house. She's not a puppy, she's 8 years old. But I will give you a little life update at the end. I have a couple finishes and just some whips. No new starts. I don't think that's it. 2 pieces of haul. 2 pieces that I bought. Okay, let's see. So first, I finished my Tia Governor. It was a kit, and I cut it off right there and just did the butterfly and that honeysuckle, and it is called Butterfly and Honeysuckle. And here it is. I use the kit floss, but I changed out the fabric. It is Fog from PTP, and it's 36 count. So yeah, I love it. Then my next finish, I also cut off a little bit, is the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. I got this at StitchCon last year. I saw it in Keepsakes, and it was done on brown. Hold on, I need to go rescue the turtle. Hold on. Okay, she got stuck under a stool and was dragging the stool around with her. I'll post a picture because it was adorable. So I bought this at StitchCon, and they had stitched it on brown, and Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching loves foxes, so I was like, perfect thing to remind me of StitchCon and commemorate my StitchCon experience. So here it is. I took out the house, the little A-frame, and I put StitchCon 2022, and I used all the called for on the fox, but I changed out some of the trees for just greens that I had. And I cannot remember what this fabric is. I think it is a Fortnite fabric, but I don't know what it was called. And it is a 36 count. So I'm just gonna stick this in my journal, my little stitching journal. And I love that fox. Love him. Okay, on to the whips. I pulled out my full coverage that I've been working on. I'll put pictures in if I don't have a cover photo, which I think the only one I don't have a cover photo for is my full coverage. So I'll put a picture in what it's gonna look like. It's Mini Deer Creek by Donna Gelsinger, I think, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth. And I'm probably going to stitch on a little bit more tonight, and then I'm going to switch it out for either my spider or my sharks again. But this is where I'm at, and I will put a before picture in also, probably like over here on my face or something. So that's where I'm at, and I've reached the other side, so that's how long it's going to be, or how wide it's going to be. Oh, she is stuck under the stool again. I'm gonna have to move that stool. Can y'all hear her dragging that stool? Okay, but anyway, I love this. Stitching this with the Stitch Tears. I love how the deer is starting to come out. I actually don't want to stop stitching on this. It's so fun. But I need to get a little more done on other things, so is going away. Okay, let me go rescue her again. It's winter here and it's only 52 degrees and she can't go outside unless it's 60 degrees. So she stays in her cage all day. So once the sun hits this side of the house and all the sunlight is coming in through the windows and the door, I let her walk around to stretch her legs and get some sunlight. So she does have a UVB light in her cage, but I just want her to stretch her little legs. So that's why she's out walking around. Okay. Whips. Whips. This one I worked on Dark 13 in January. My Mr. Von Varen bat. This is by, where is it? Right there. Blackbird Lane Designs. I can't remember where I got this. So it is a needle minder. So it closes up. You can see right here, there's a little piece of wool felt that will go on his belly. You stitch his belly, but then the wool felt goes on his belly. And who knows what this fabric is. I think it's a Seraphim. I don't know. I don't know what this fabric is. Okay. This is 32 count. And this fabric does something funky in my camera, but let's see, hold it back. So I worked a lot in the wing. And I think I did more in his little belly. He's so fun to stitch on. And he's so cute. Yep, I'm loving him. I need to probably write what the fabric is on the back of this, and then next time I will tell you guys what it is. I do know it's 36 count though. I think theirs was stitched on 36 count. Okay, this next one is my Luca S kit. I worked on it one more time since I showed it last. It is called Christmas Deer. And I'm working up in this corner right here. It is full coverage. My code still might be good. I'll put it down in the description below, but it was Amy 10. You could go to Luca S, their website, and get 10% off of a kit. So that is where I'm at. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell a difference. I'll put the before up. You should be able to tell the difference like right here. I know I did a lot of that right there. It's just mostly background right now. And it was pre-gridded fabric. You being so good. Talking to the new baby girl. Oh, the tortoise is coming up behind her. Okay, she's sitting on the floor on the blanket that I have down for the turtle. The next one I worked on is a Riolis kit called Blue Jays. Blue Jays, yep. I've divided it up. You can see my little grid lines. So this was to finish in January, finish in February, March, April, May, June. I finished my January and I think I finished my February too. So I might come down and like do one of these for February. This was, I got this idea from Colette and Sammy J, and a bunch of other people are doing it. So it can be done by a certain time. Now I changed out the wool acrylic fabric for DMC with the help of a lot of people, and I put the conversion in my community tab. So if you want the conversion for the DMC for this pattern, it's in my community tab. And this is where I'm at. And it looks amazing. Looks really good on camera. So it is the Ada from the kit. Every time I pull this out, it makes me want to work on it. And then a blue jay will come to my bird feeder and I want to work on it. So this might be done before, you know, because it makes me want to work on it now. So yeah, so January and February I think are done. Oh God, doesn't it look good? Man, Riolas. They got some beautiful kits. I wish they weren't just all that wool acrylic. And I'm sure it's not bad. It's just I've been stitching with cotton since I was 16 years old. So it's just what I'm used to, what feels good running through my fingers and through the fabric. And it's just my preference. It's not that it's bad. It's just, I don't like it. Okay, this is, I'm stitching with Colette, and Pam from Just Keep Stitching joined us. Let's see if I can hold it right. So on Sundays, I stitch on my stocking. This is a Gold Collection Dimensions kit, and I'm using everything in the kit. I have changed a few things out, just the reds. And then I'll hold it up, but then I'll bring it in and show you what I worked on. This looks really good in the camera too. Dimensions, they are great. They're just a pain to work on. Okay, so I finished up this bobble. I haven't backstitched right here yet, but the bobble is finished. And I worked on like that greenery, I think, right there. So I just have the toe to do. And then I get to start my husband's. Yeah. Squirt is now in her favorite little corner digging, so she's trying to dig a hole. So you might hear her over there digging. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this one right here, the butterfly and honeysuckle was one of my Whipco draws for January. So I went ahead and finished it. So Jessie Marie is the head of Whipco. This was my second Whipco draw for January. This I'm stitching with Lisa from Stitching the Dream, who I get to see at StitchCon again this year. And it is Simplicity by Cottage Garden Samplings. I changed out the white. They called for, I think, 712 for the white, and I changed it to Blanc. Stitching this on a 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. And this is where I got to. So this leaf wasn't there and those petals were not there. And I may work on this again. What is this? This is January 26th. I may be able to pull this out like one more time before January ends and I start my February Whipco goals. Oh, the new puppy, she's a barker like Basil, so I may have to pause a couple times. She's like Basil reincarnated. She's so sweet though. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. Okay, I might have to close the door. Mija, Mija. Her name is Miha, was the name she came with. Okay, so I pulled out The Scarlet House, Sarah Elizabeth Brooke, 1842, and I worked, you know this one, I work all over the place. I did some more 1/1 words, and by 1/1, this is 40 count, so I'm doing 10th stitch. I think I finished the border off, whichever side, I think it was this side. I had a little bit more of the border, and I brought this completely over. Oh, I worked up here too. I don't think I had any of this last time, and now I have that. So it's just, I work all over the place on this. This is 40 count, Vintage Light Exemplar by Lakeside Linens. Okay, hold on. And here, I'll pull back. You can see, I'll put my before picture in, and then I'll bring it up a little closer. So I think, yeah, I did the V1 in the words, those 1/1. Did all of that, finished that border, and then started working on that. All that is going to be fill-in, so I do that little by little, all the grass at the bottom. But look at that brick. I'm putting up brick right now in my kitchen. We are renovating my kitchen right now. And I get to like put brick up and use mortar and everything, and it's been so fun. I'm actually cutting the brick and I'm putting it up, and I mean my husband's helping me put it up, but I'm actually doing some stuff, so my hands feel it. Okay, this one is my Long Dog sampler, the Pilgrim. It's going to look like this. And I concentrated on, I started bringing this down and this over, and my corners are together now. So I have 4 corners. Stitching this on R&R, 36 count, chamomile tea, and I'm using DMC 3363. And I might need to like stand up or go back or... Okay, let's see. So first, let's do this first. Right here, the corner, it didn't really meet. I had to fake it, but whatever. It was off by 1 stitch. We're faking it till we make it. And yeah, so I'll put in a before and after of like that corner, because that's the only thing I've worked on. And then I'll pull it back and y'all can see the whole thing. If I can hold it still. Woo! Yep. Gosh, it's gorgeous. Oh, I'm in love and I'm in love and I don't care who knows it. Okay, last one. This one I started for my 12 by 12 on New Year's Eve. I did a 6 by 12. And I'm stitching this with Kim, the Contented Kim Needleworker, or Contented Needleworker Kim. By Kathy Barrick. It's BR's Moth. And I'm stitching this on an R&R. Am I gonna be able to read this? Let's see. 36 count, yeah. Creek Bed Brown, 36 count. So the colors in this are I don't know what happened. The photography is, I don't know. The colors are yellow when you pull the threads. Even the MPI, I looked online and the MPIs are yellow. I'm stitching an NDMC. But I looked up this moth, and he is called an Atlas moth. And he is really like orangey red. He's dead here, so like he's probably faded there. So I want it to look more like the real Atlas moth. So I'm switching out the colors for what the real moth looks like. And I will put a picture of what the real moth looks like right here. And then I'll put a picture of where I was before I started stitching on this again. When I was looking online, so I looked up the hashtag #BeOursMoth on Instagram, and somebody did it in blues and grays. Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. But I was already too far, so we're just gonna go with this. There you go. That's what I've stitched on in the last 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks have been crazy. I'll give you a tiny life update. My daughter had a birthday. She turned 28. We celebrated, and we are renovating the kitchen. We ripped down the tile, like the backsplash. We're putting up brick. We're replacing the countertops with butcher block. We replaced the faucet, and we got a new dog. So let me tell you about the dog. My husband is a sucker for a dog. I mean, I love dogs too. I'm a dog person, but he is really a sucker for a dog. So he saw this dog online, and the guy was looking to rehome it because his mother was in the hospital and wasn't looking to come home. So we went and met the dog. She's 8. Her name is Mija. She's a Chihuahua. She's a barker like Basil. She's just like Basil. She's cuddly and so friendly. She's just a little bit bigger than Basil, and Basil was a male. But we fell in love with her, brought her home. She fit in great. The dogs, they all got along. Well, you know, Nellie, our snapper, she just stays away from Nellie, and Nellie stays away from everybody else. But we've been sending pictures to the guy, and the guy let his mom know that she was at a good home now, and he said she smiled. And then my husband sent a picture about 3 days ago, I think, to the guy, and he said his mom had passed away on the 15th. So we're taking care of our little dog for her now. She made a trip to the vet with us. Is it Tuesday? All the dogs got their little checkups and stuff. So yeah, we got 3 Chihuahuas now again. But she's wonderful. The only thing, I don't know how she's going to be camping, because, oh my goodness, she's going to bark at everything and everyone, but it'll be fine. So I may put in a little bit of pictures of, I'll put in a picture of Squirt getting stuck under the chair. I might put in some pictures. I have some winter things that I have up. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going. I think that's it. I love you guys. Bye. That is not it. I had 2 purchases. I purchased 2 patterns from Mama Witch X Stitch, and I'll put them right here because they're digital. One is a anglerfish, adorable, like a Christmas anglerfish that I want to put with my Christmas hippo that I just stitched. And the other is a tortoise with chocolate chip cookies. And I have a clear cell phone case. My phone's over there. That's what I'm looking for, is my phone. I have a clear cell phone case, and I want to stitch that tortoise and stick it in my cell phone case. So I have cross-stitch tortoise on my phone. So I don't know. I have to like do some calculations about how little I need to make it and if it'll even work. So that's it. Bye, guys.